And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Green Bay Packers. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
I'm gonna go.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. Those defense for the Packers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. And plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, but all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Still on his feet. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 54 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy's simply sensational.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And they're on 35-yard line.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Fight 60. 10 black. Hey, check mega. 62 blaster. Ready.
Love fires that quickly outside. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start.
Here we go. 45. One. 10 seconds.
Love, he's going to change the play here.
Strike. Ready.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Strike. Black.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Packers at 9-6 now. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Lead it out left to Dobbs. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go now. 22 needle. Black shot. Smash. Red. Set.
Working out of the gun. Love. Completes it again to Dobbs. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up second down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Firing quickly out wide is Love. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down. Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the opposite. They're giving him a lot of attention, but he's been very creative and savvy in his route running and finding seams and openings in order to create these completions.
10 cycles.
Again, it's Love. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
McManus's point after is good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Under a minute to go. Clock running at a back-and-forth first quarter of play. Now it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get advantage that way.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So a decent game there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Hold on, ready?
7-7, our score after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a first down coming up.
Hold on, ready? Come on, come on.
After the penalty, it's Henry. The 20. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry. That's career touchdown number 131, and it ties him with Chris Carter for number 8 on the all-time list. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back 1, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
On the ready?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Ready.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, though. Let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3.
50, let's go. 52, boom. Ready.
To throw now, here's Love. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And he takes a shot at the end of that play.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people.
Cycle. Let's go now. Set, cut.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And he just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 33. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Henry up the middle. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. 2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews with career touchdown number 70. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
On his loop for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score. Ravens 21, Packers 7. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Love from the gun. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
Come on, 38. 60 Eagles.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away. And now it's 3rd. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And Jacobs, I don't think he's going to get there. No, it appears they're going to mark him short of the 1st. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Okay,
too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you score.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Packers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Following the interception, Love. Able to find his man, Kraft. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Here we go, set. 60 red. Ready.
Love looking to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Love now. That's taken in by Golden. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
They'll complete this one to Watson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Okay, ready? Edo blue. Come on, set. 52 blue, blaster, 6, black ultra. Ready?
Throwing. Love. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for him so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
Hey, trouble, 13-45, white. Red, cycle. Black shot.
Going back to Love. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
10 black. Ready.
Love. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
McManus on for the Packer field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Already enjoying a two-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. They go play action with Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Here we go.
Now Love. That's complete to Dobbs. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 of the 15. And 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Love. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Black, 95. Light blue. Set.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Tucker Kraft, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
Will set up for the 2-point conversion.
It's complete. And did he get the football to break the play? No, he did not. They'll say he's out of bounds shy of the goal line, and they'll be denied on the 2-point conversion. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Here's 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Micah Parsons. It's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll look to throw. Going deep for Walker. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
White.
Operating from the gun. Love. That's taken in by Watson. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
There, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
On 4th down, Love. And this is caught. Touchdown! Christian Watson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Love throwing for it. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the 3rd quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Henry. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball. They leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
We changed it.
Inside handoff, Henry.
Missed.
This will not go down. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have answered back with a 3rd quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
24.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. To about the 40-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
60 red. 60 red. Ready?
To throw now. Here's Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
It's a gain of 11. And the Packers, 1st down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4.
Let's go now. 52 blue, 52 blaster. Set.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Set. Hut. Blue 32. Blue 52. Ready?
Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
First down.
Fight. Ready? Here we go. Here we go. Black 40. 43.
And now Love going to change things up.
Blaster. 6. Black shot. Flight blue. Hut.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16. And another 1st down.
Ready? Break.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Ready. Black ultra. 10. Hut.
To pass. Here's Jordan Love. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Adafe Owe. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
Watch out now. 50. 10 cycles. Smash black. 90. Drill green. Fuse yellow. Red, cycle. Needle blue. Hut, hut.
Working out of the gun. Love. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long.
Come on, set. 60 red. Ready?
Operating from the gun. Love. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit. Because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off. Because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor.
He's got a man complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run over center with Mitchell. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. And this situation with a lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. A short one there, caught by Likely. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. So from the 37, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff to Henry. Derrick Henry all alone. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Henry, 37 yards. And the Ravens are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Boy, missed tackles continuing to plague this defense, and they surrender another big play and a touchdown here.
Yeah, by my count, at least two guys had shots at it, maybe even more than that. But this defense, they've looked out of sorts all game long. That was definitely not one of their better efforts right there.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Next the score, Ravens 31, Packers 27. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all the way out just shy of midfield before going out of bounds at the 49.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession. And to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Set. Claude right. Luke. Shot. 7 touch.
Love. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Down. 10 black. Trouble. 38. Drill green. Slide blue. 6. Mega. Green jack. Ready.
Love looking to throw it. That's to Golden. He's got it right side.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
An important one here, no doubt. 3rd and 4.
Fight.
Here's Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
But you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Red, yellow. Set.
Now Love. Now he's going to, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. A pause now as they tend to an injured player. And it's the quarterback, Jordan Love. He's shaken up out there. But they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Come on, come on. Set. 19. Like count. Dragon 60. Go.
Now Willis. This is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Dobbs, 32 yards. And the Packers.